Mr. Paxton has been entrusted with great power. Unfortunately, rather than rise to the occasion, he has revealed his true character. And as the overwhelming evidence will show, he is not fit to be the Attorney General for the state of Texas.
That was State Representative Andrew Murr with part of his opening statement from Ken Paxton's impeachment trial today. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Daniel Marin.
And I'm Britt Modeno. Now joining us in studio is Capitol correspondent Ryan Chandler, who's really been engrossed in all this. So, okay, Ryan, what are the big takeaways from today?
Well, today was fascinating, Britt. We really got the clearest look yet at the minds of the jury at this early onset of trial and the real theories of the case from both the prosecution and the defense. We saw the early question, one of the most consequential questions that senators were posed early this morning was whether to even proceed with this trial at all. Paxton's team asked them to grant summary judgment to all 16 articles of impeachment he faces to essentially go home without a trial and quit the Attorney General. They said no. They voted on a 24-6 vote to proceed with a trial and hear the evidence in all of these charges that he faces. The prosecution, we just heard from the lead impeachment manager, Andrew Murr, accusing the Attorney General of breaching the public trust and engaging in something of a quid pro quo with this wealthy donor, Nate Paul. We also heard from the defense, whose argument really hinges on the quality and quantity of the evidence against the Attorney General and who gets to decide this, whether it is the Senate or the voters who have already chosen to elect him to office multiple times. Let's hear from Tony Busby, the lead defense attorney, in his arguments to the Senate.
Why did it happen when it did? What was the rush? We've heard in the media about burner phones, secret email addresses, Uber rides, stolen pens, pilfered sport coats. Those are manufactured lies.
And so, Ryan, what can we expect from tomorrow's proceedings?
Well, today's proceedings ended pretty abruptly. Rusty Hardin, the main prosecutor of Ken Paxton, was cross-examining the first assistant attorney general, the former, really first man to Ken Paxton, named Jeff Mateer. He is one of the all-star witnesses in this case. He was the first one to really blow the whistle with a group of Republican attorneys in the Attorney General's office about what they allege were ethical and legal violations that they witnessed their boss commit while they were employed by him. That ended on some disputes about what was admissible in that testimony. So that's going to pick up tomorrow and is expected to be a major part of the prosecution's case. We'll be watching that and bringing it live in the morning.
You know, one thing we teased is that there are big crowds around the Capitol. This is a public hearing, so people can watch this. Were there people there?
There absolutely were. Most of the people of the public that I witnessed were there in support of Ken Paxton. They were, I understand, some people from Collin County, which is Ken Paxton's home district, coming out wearing red shirts in his favor, trying to stop this impeachment and just show out in support. We saw both Ken and his wife, State Senator Angela Paxton, come out early and greet them, almost give their appreciation for being there. Even with their presence, though, I'd say the Senate gallery where everybody's watching this was less than half full today. So not an overwhelming show of support, but it does show that this is inherently a political trial with a lot of political implications, and Texans around the states are watching, enthusiastic about it.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much. And we are going to be live streaming the trial for the rest of the week, so you can watch it live on KXAN.com and Facebook, or you can, of course, catch the latest right here on KXAN News.